So welcome back. We're here on Operation Lost and Abandoned. This is sort of a three-part story mission that's going to see us face off against a lot of lost zombies. We're going to, meet two of the factions we're going to be dealing with and more. So this mission proceeds in three parts, where the first two parts have us using two-man squads to meet up with a contact, and then we get all together at the end in the third part. So for our first squad here, we're running Metro with the marksman rifle, Playboy with a bullpup, and for our other squad, we're running Thor with the old world assault rifle and his med kit, and Dominion with the sniper rifle with an extended magazine on it. Everybody who can is running pistols, because I know we're dealing with Lost here, and having something you can fall back on after your primary weapon runs out of ammunition can be very valuable. So, we're just going to jump right into it.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
This being a multi-part mission with the third part seeing the squads joined up again, we're going to want to work really hard to avoid letting our guys take any damage in the first two parts, because that's going to carry over into the second, and this early on we don't want to lose any of our experienced
so we're keeping the exact meeting point strictly need to know. You'll split into two squads, rendezvous with each faction, and bring their envoy directly to the location of the meet. Officially, this city no longer exists, so we don't expect a lot in the way of advent resistance. Still, keep your eyes peeled. It's been about 20 years since we last stepped foot in this place.
All right.
Proceed to the first set of coordinates. Firebrand and the second team will head to the next drop point. Detecting increasing biological signatures in the area ahead. Then I'd say we're in the right place. Stay sharp out there today, people. Just because this city was abandoned doesn't mean it's lifeless.
Cooking up some tender face meats there.
If you are hungry, there's more where that came from. Impressive reflexes, but unnecessary.
Stand down. We're all friends here.
You are safe here. More so than you imagine. We shall see if the same holds true for these skirmishers of yours. Your presence already disturbs them. We must move quickly. My people will take care of this camp. Come.
Uploading the coordinates to the rendezvous point now. We've plotted the most direct route there. We don't know much about the skirmisher contact you'll be meeting other than his name. Mox.
Mox. Praetor Mox. His death squads wiped out entire camps of my people in the first years of the war. You would dare do this?
Pretty sure hands are bloody on both sides of this fight. That's the whole point of this intervention.
Reapers are born in the shadows, in the cold, harsh world that was waiting for us out there. We rely on stealth and long-range attacks, and our marksmen are unmatched by even the best XCOM has to offer.
Alright, so the new soldier we're joined by on this mission is Outrider here, who's a Reaper from the Reaper faction. And if you haven't seen the factions before, the Reapers have some very particular specializations.
Volk says I am to obey.
First is they're not in concealment, they're in shadow, which is super concealment,
still emit
basically.
trace elements of unstable radiation. I cannot fathom what they were like in their original function.
We were there, Doctor. You're better off having missed it.
They can be detected only from really close up, and they have the ability to go back into shadow afterwards. They stay in shadow if your team reveals themselves. So all in all, they are very stealthy. And they use what are effectively light sniper rifles that don't require setup in order to use. The Lost, on the other hand,
No more time for regrets. We are not alone.
Those
are
things,
basically
they
zombies.
still look like people.
What was human died years ago. Only the taint of the aliens survives now. Where there is one, more will follow. You must not hesitate to destroy them.
These creatures' DNA has
And the big
mutated
mechanic
well
with
beyond
Lost
what we would
is
classify
that
as
if you
human.
kill one,
Perhaps the result of long-term exposure to the
you're
alien radiation
refunded
from
your
those
your
pods.
action.
Though why anyone would subject themselves to that, I cannot imagine.
When the governments fell, millions starved.
Uh-oh.
Many fled to cities such as this to scavenge for food. They did not heed the warnings.
So generally, if you got a whole bunch of Lost in front of you, you want to start with the highest chance to hit and highest chance to kill. So, of course, as I said in the last video, any chance to hit below 85% has been an instant miss for us so far on this campaign. Goodness gracious. Are you kidding me? Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna blow her cover here.
No one will creature's true strength lies
Yeah,
in
they have a
their
chance
numbers.
to not reveal
As you
on
can
every
see,
shot,
they fall
but
easily. If we are careful with our shots, we will prevail. For the Reapers! Who can give me a reason?
so now
why?
she's revealed.
They found us. One of many. I will need more ammo. Loading fresh ammo.
So we got those two down there. She can move up here, and that should be
Moving
an
is
issue.
ordered. My people have encountered these beings before. At first, they may appear mindless, but they hear quite well. In great numbers, they can be very deadly.
Je dois pouvoir faire ça.
Yep, that was below 85%, so... Oy.
Приступаю.
I will say that's been frustrating so far. Had some very poor luck. Concerned about moving her up a little too much,
I go
but
where I am needed.
we'll survive.
Return to your gods. I must reload.
An entire city of our own people left to turn into these things.
Yes. All we can offer them now is a merciful death. I am at your service.
Ooh, and a lost brute. So we're using the World War Lost model, which will scale up the challenge that the Lost provide as the campaign goes on, as well as diversifying the models they use. But at least for now, we won't see anything right off the bat. That's not great. I'm considering whether I want to just pull her back, actually. We can reload, overwatch, and then figure it out from
J'y
there.
retourne! I will reposition.
Just because getting popped by that brute will be pretty bad for us.
Разберемся.
And you can see I'm ignoring cover here. Cover tends not to matter too much when it comes to the Lost. Pretty small percentage chance. Hey, there we go.
Конец лунатику. Ясно, буду начеку.
These creatures are worse even than Advent. They have no cause, no fear. They simply exist. If we do not defeat the aliens soon, we will become little more than they are. T'as de la chance que j'y aide pas, Manu.
Oui, oui, my friend.
C'est rien à mes yeux. Envoyez des munitions!
I'm actually considering whether I want to hold that action for the brute. So I can start with this guy, and then we'll have everybody fire on the brute. Yeah. He's got one left. Let's hope Metro can finish him off with his pistol, because otherwise this might get messy.
Направляюсь на точку.
I was gonna say something snarky about liking my odds on a 97% chance to hit, but
Можно начинать.
the way things been going here.
We risk all this for pray tell Mox? If he is not what you say he is, I shall kill him myself.
Looking forward to this meeting already.
Je repars à l'attaque. I'm on the move.
Вас понял.
Want to keep our weapons topped off on ammo here.
Central. Biological signatures are grouping into a singular mass. One closing in on this position.
A swarm. We must push forward before it arrives.
Extraction point is close, but looks like these things don't want to make it easy for you.
We will make it to your pet Advent in time.
Иду к цели.
Set our sniper up here on this fire escape. Uh-oh. That's far enough away, we shouldn't be in any danger this turn. So that's fine.
My life is in your hands.
And we'll probably pick up a few here. Like, maybe.
Good
I
riddance.
just don't want to speak too soon, you know?
The only fate possible for little ammo remaining. C'est
Not
tout ce que
bad.
t'as?
Hey.
Quelqu'un veut un petit souvenir? Il va falloir que je recharge! Ça va secouer! Cover me, I'm reloading.
Whoa. That's a brute. But the fact that he's around that corner is not a problem for us.
For years, my people hunted his kind. For years, we survived. Now you risk everything for your dreams of peace.
If you haven't noticed, the aliens have been kicking our planet's ass for the past 20 years. You think maybe it's time we try something else?
If only your speeches could take down these cursed creatures.
С ним разобрались.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to let us hit that brute around the corner there, so I think our solution is we're going to have to overwatch him and pull these guys back just a little bit.
I am trusting you. Volk says hello. My turn on watch.
Ясно. Начинаю наблюдение. Je reste en observation.
Though their intelligence appears almost non-existent, these creatures seem to employ some sort of rudimentary communication system. Perhaps auditory signals or some form of hive-like consciousness.
Your point, Doctor?
The entire swarm knows there is food here now. I would advise we make haste to leave this area.
Принято.
I want to move him now, because if we kill this, it might do the boil burst again and deploy more of this poison.
Biological readings in your general area are clear. No more creatures on approach.
For now.
Then let's not linger here. Head to the evac coordinates now.
Central, the preliminary readings from these creatures seem familiar. I will need to consult my records, but I may have encountered...
You should have a clear path through now. Second squad is already en route to Mox. Proceed to the rendezvous and await their arrival.
Oh. We'll be there.
Hey, that's not our Sky Ranger skin.
Looks like trouble ahead. The rendezvous could be compromised. Stay focused. Contact! Get down! They have a bigger problem here. I'm guessing that's our man. Well, our contact anyway.
Crocksod. Advent. Hobbit. Roxtala. Fortet. They were sent here to hunt, to purge the Drop-10, the Lost. Our meeting point is still secure. She is free of the imposter gods. I would give anything that all my kind could say the same. Even sit down with your Reapers. Now, we must go.
Rendezvous with Outrider is further ahead. Proceed through this district as quickly as possible, but be careful. Something tells me this city still has a few more surprises to throw our way.
Surprises are the least of our worries today. It is these Reapers of yours that are of true concern.
We, the skirmishers, were created by the false gods of this world to serve and die as their puppets. We retain all that we were and more. and our prowess in battle serves us well in our cause. In close combat, none can stand opposed to us.
I can handle that. Cover.
Oh, whoops.
I hear their movement.
That was supposed to be a brace.
Finally!
Don't remember seeing these things before.
You were not meant to. Purifiers were created with a singular purpose, to contain the Drop 10, the Lost. We must eliminate this patrol quickly before others arrive.
Fine by me. Take them down.
Tactical movement.
So we can fire twice without ending his turn. And you gotta be careful with purifiers, because sometimes they just explode when they die. Ugh. Yeah, and accidentally not
Seems doable.
doing the brace there hurt me, because then I couldn't use squad sight. Yeah.
Come on!
I don't want to use grenades here, because that's just going to attract the Lost. I think I'm far enough away I might be okay from
Come on, focus!
attack on his turn, but ooh, maybe not. Oh, right, they have incendiary grenades. That's not great.
My blood spills.
Whoa. Lame.
Let's do this!
Oh, and that is gonna give me the flank. Okay, good. No, it didn't. Never mind. Ugh. So unfortunately, he absolutely must hunker here to put out the fire, or he's gonna die. The question is this thing on fire? Doesn't seem that way.
To that position. Protective position.
So I think I just have to overwatch, because he's going to have to move around to get a shot on anybody else.
I'm on it.
There we go. That's what I like
How
to see.
about that?
The patrol has been liberated. May their lives not be lost in vain. We must push forward and complete our mission.
Works for me. Move out.
Don't move, you'll be alright.
Got the good heal there. Excellent.
Copy that.
What the? I swear to God, sometimes the mouse can be really squirrely in this game.
I await their approach.
Oh yeah! Let's move already!
Whatever you say.
This is no patrol. It's an army.
Yes, one we do not have time to face.
Everyone, get back!
Purifiers may be down, but unfortunately, that was our extraction point.
I fear that is not the worst of it. Multiple biological signatures rapidly on approach to your position.
The lost. The sound of combat excite them. They are drawn to it.
And you just blew up a fuel truck?
There was no other choice. Find an alternate exit. We will deal with the lost.
That's a lot of fast boys.
Dashers. They are not as docile as the rest of their kind.
An apt description. It would seem the mutation has somehow accelerated these Dashers' metabolism, allowing enhanced speed and agility, with a corresponding increase in aggression.
Let's see, they all have 3 or 4, which means it's a bad target for pistol shot. Oh, and Mox suddenly moved up there, of course.
Moving there.
I think maybe I just brace him so I can use the sniper rifle next turn. I probably should have reloaded first. Oh well. Let's see how many I can bring down before he misses one. 0 is apparently the answer to that question.
Attacking on sight.
Yikes.
I must focus my strikes.
Yikes. Dang.
The shockwave of that explosion reverberated throughout most of the city. I would expect a significant reaction from the lost.
The only reaction I will accept from them is their deaths. Find that hits.
What the
I will
heck?
not fail you again.
I think you will, buddy. Alright.
You see that?
He doesn't have any more medkit charges? You're a bad medic.
Can't handle me.
Run dry on ammo!
Ugh. Gross. Well, that's a pistol shot to finish him off.
Not too shabby.
Silly. Jeez.
Impressed yet? You know that was good.
And I really hope I can get this. Phew!
Did you see that one?
Thank goodness.
Ready to rock! Moving to Overwatch.
We'll just hold position for
I
now.
must reload.
Not too shabby.
Graceful.
That whole area is hotter than we thought. Gonna need a little more time.
Understood. Holding position.
You want some more?
Oh, I'm on targets. That's why I'm not getting the box.
Their service is over. It is dead. Weapon depleted.
So it doesn't end his turn, he can reload.
How many is that now? Here I come!
No problem, boss.
Readings are all over the place. The Lost are almost right on top of you. These Lost seem to be pretty sensitive to noise. The sounds of combat are likely to draw even more of them. Think we've got something here. Just need another minute.
You have your minute.
Well, how about that?
Keeping score!
I did nothing.
We've found a new route that should get you to the rendezvous point safely. The Lost are still converging on the area, so make it fast.
That will not be a problem.
See how many high percentage shots we can pull off before we have to pull back. What the heck?
We deny our soon to be out of ammunition.
Oh, come on, fella.
You want some more? Guns dry! Reloaded! Can't handle me!
I'm gonna stick to the shots that are gonna get me guaranteed kills. Assuming they hit, obviously.
Keeping score! How many is that now? Training ammo fast!
Ugh.
Adjusting aim!
Impressed yet?
Wow, that's a terrible chance to hit. I really don't want to have to use grenades here. What can I do? Alright, so Mox has no ammo and 1 move left. She's got everything, but a terrible chance to hit. He's done. 2 of them get to him, he could die. I think I gotta just blow him up.
Fire in the hole!
Impact detonation.
Alright, and it is time to go.
Already
There's
there!
another swarm closing in.
Got it, moving!
I advance.
I'm honestly surprised we didn't get him last turn. Yikes. Yikes. But we can get everybody out, so I think that's the play.
No need to ask twice!
Will do!
I must run.
Outrider and the first team should be waiting.
Well, that one didn't go great.
I know this
Took a lot of
wasn't the
damage
easiest
there.
Stop, but I have to believe it'll still be worth it in the end.
That depends on the Reapers.
We're gonna have to do everything we can to protect Thor in the next battle. Because 1 hit, and that's probably pretty much it for him.
rendezvous point directly ahead. Let's try and play nice today, people.
So, Advent's most brutal captain comes to atone for his crimes.
I am no longer that being. I am free now.
Taking off that helmet does not change what you are. Reapers have long memories, Elder Cruxard. Anytime.
The way I see it, we have two options. Join forces and kick the Elders off our world, or kill each other here and now. The choice is yours.
No one has ever done that before. No one shall ever do that again.
What the hell is that?
Vox Prima, Elder Assassin, relentless death that stalks my kind. Butcher of free Advent.
My people face another like her. They are the undying, Advent's curse upon us. We must combine strength if we are to have any chance of success.
You are welcome to try.
Your Reapers face a being such as this?
They appeared without warning years ago. Had they not, we would have already regained our home.
Such arrogance. The Elder's will extends throughout the universe. I am but one of their instruments.
So she's not in shadow, so I guess we'll just move up. See what we can see. And not surprisingly, it's nothing.
Moving there.
I believe the assassin always has shadow step, so they can't trigger Overwatch. But I think for our first turn here, we'll just Overwatch anyway, just in case that's not true.
Here I come!
Seems doable.
Вас понял.
I might want to have some snipers with a wider, in position with a wider field of view here.
Whatever you say.
And everybody else can watch.
Scan en cours.
I am on watch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Evade detection.
Yeah, there she is.
So many have already fallen.
Alright, yes, she does have shadow step. Kinetic plating means we're going to have to be very careful about which shots we choose to make. Riddle, though, so long as we can get close to her, we can do extra damage, and she takes extra damage from Reapers. So good to know.
And yet my work is never done.
Pas de soucis, chef.
Moving as ordered.
Ah, there she is. That was lucky. Well, I think I'd be an idiot not to take the shot. So, there we go.
I won't be slowed by your feeble attacks.
75% is not great. I think maybe I want to brace with both my snipers. Yeah, see, that's just not... That's not good.
Yes, Commander.
I think I want to leave Thor out of... Oh, that was supposed to be Thor! Dang it. It's the second misclick tonight that's threatened to do a lot of hurt for me. He's gonna hunker just for extra defense there. Yeah, I don't want to take a 61% chance to hit because the amount of damage he'll do is like less than.
Ouais, j'y vais.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Defensive posture. The fate of this world rests on the shoulders of your band of misfits. But in the end, the blame for its loss will lie with you.
I am at your service.
Поехали!
I don't want to do anything else fancy here.
I go quickly.
Solid copy.
No problem, boss.
I mean, I could send somebody down there to try and reveal him, but it's a crapshoot, and all it threatens to do is leave one of my guys out of position.
Je défends.
Ooh, I can make her go shadow.
My natural habitat.
Let's have her punk her for now.
Holding in place.
Make your peace. Back to the shadows. Shall I ferry your soldier back to my stronghold, where they can tell me of your operations more freely?
It looks like the Chosen knocked one of our soldiers into a daze. We need to get someone over there to help them get back on their feet before that thing can move in and attack.
80%, that's not bad. I'll take that chance.
Yeah. A trivial wound.
Ugh, of course he doesn't have sight to it. Jeez. Is that maybe worth a grenade? Well, only if we can get it to... That's... Yeah, I'll do that.
I had not expected this conflict to be so exhilarating. You surprised me,
lame.
XCOM. Still, the Elder's will is that none survive this day. I cannot leave that to fortune.
The sonic dispersal waves emitting from that pod are crisscrossing a massive area.
Meaning that thing just rang the dinner bell for every remaining lost in the city.
An accurate assessment. The entire lost biomass seems to be converging on this position.
Then let's get you all the hell out of there. Firebrand's en route to the evac coordinates now. Get moving.
Lovely. Now the question is she still out there, or did she retreat as a part of the mission? That's...
I go where I'm needed.
What was that squad of lost we saw?
Let's do this!
I can handle that.
I go.
I'll keep
On
an eye on
I
it.
will watch.
Yeesh. Jeez, fella.
Initial analysis of these creatures' movement patterns reveals an almost coordinated attack strategy. Perhaps they're not the mindless automatons they initially appeared to be. An intriguing, if not horrific, possibility.
Yeah, he'll be able to pick off a whole bunch before his magazine runs dry.
Пора рисовать звездочки. До встречи в аду. Tired of waiting around. How many is that now?
Oh, come on, man.
Get it together.
Just trying to save some ammo in the magazine. You won't give me no breaks.
A 10 batal. For the free, my weapon is nearly empty. I reload.
Да, командир. Продолжим. Je m'en occupe.
So we can use her superior
I am trusting
hiding
you.
to scout ahead of us. We don't want to be too aggressive because if we run up to an area that they're going to move through, then she gets spotted
I will
and
be in
swarmed.
position.
But I do want some advance warning. Like that. I want that. Exactly that.
Rolling out!
She's still stunned there. These boys are aggressive. And numerous.
How many of these creatures can still be in this city?
Advent has been sending purifier squads into these cities for years, yet somehow the lost survive, even thrive. We do not know why.
Вас понял.
Yeah, I'll take that chance.
Вот дерьмо.
Wait, how is he out of actions? He killed that guy. Didn't he? Did I blank on that?
Tu devrais être ailleurs, en train de chasser. T'as de la chance que j'y aille pas, Manu.
Envoyez des munitions.
Come on, guys.
Le tir n'a pas fait mouche.
Let's move already.
Oh, come on!
Come on!
Yeah, see? That's what I said.
It is dead.
Why are you a much lower chance to hit now? Still 2 dashers though. Jeez. Jeez! Oh, man, it is hard to stay upbeat when this is the results over and over again.
Justice comes for all.
At least the old rope-a-dope is always amazing.
We triumph. We take from the elders. Ammunition is low. Their journey ends in ammo. Cover me. Reloading.
So now... the problem is this Dasher, who could potentially go kill... well, I guess he can't kill Thor. It doesn't end well for Thor if, you know, he does something, but I don't think he can kill him. Yeah, I think I just gotta start thinning them out.
For the Reapers, you must keep me resupplied.
She remained in shadow there. Nice.
Return to your guard. I need
Okay,
more
yeah, she
ammo.
wasn't gonna stay in shadow after that shot. Oh, right, ammo.
Loading fresh ammo.
Crud, I think the stash was gonna hit her.
I did not exist when this city stood whole. Still, I feel revulsion at what happened to this place, to these people.
I believe you.
Oh. Hey, not gonna complain about that.
Ça va secouer. C'est rien à mes yeux.
See, what can Metro see from where he's at? 100%, 100%. Okay, so that's a pretty easy countdown here. Because that's going to be all his ammunition, regardless of whether he kills... and he's not going to kill the brute in one shot.
Вот и все.
3, 2, 1.
Больше не дернется.
Ooh, wow, nice crit. That's pretty dang good.
I'm going. Finally.
So you can just get the kill with the pistol here. Oh my goodness, and there was another brute right there. What the hell? Okay. Okay. So I
Did you see that one?
As you command.
Alright, for some reason, that brute there is only visible when my guys are moving.
A deadly trap.
I'm gonna have Mock set this off. Ugh. Come on. One dasher. Jeez. Okay. Playboy can't hit anything. I mean, it's only got a 66% chance now. Might as well. Hey, hey!
You
I'll take
know
it.
that was good.
And still no line of sight on the brute. I guess I just gotta rely on... Jeez. I suppose.
Volk says hello.
I'm not wild about this situation.
No compromises. I have almost no ammo. One of many. I have no ammunition. Reloading. Got it covered.
Alright. See if we lose Thor here. Come on. Oh.
Shot wide.
Please no.
There will come a day when my people take back
goodness.
this place for our own.
If they are all like you, that is a likely possibility.
Whoa there, Tiger.
You want some more? Gonna need to reload soon.
Oh, come on, man.
Missed the target.
Oof. Don't want
No
to get too
problem,
close
boss.
when I finish him off. Nope, nope.
Well, how about that? I can handle that.
Yeah, the extraction point's right through here. I don't want to push ahead too much, just in case there's another swarm that happens to be sitting out there. Won't be in a good position to do anything about that.
Пора пробежаться.
But it does look like our chosen buddy retreated.
Жику.
I go where I am needed. I'll keep an eye on it. I can't let that happen again.
Detecting
3
additional
dashers,
loss
delightful.
Converging near the evacuation coordinates. I advise caution. It would seem the Lost are on to our strategy.
It is the Elder's will that this alliance fall. It will take more than mere lost for that to happen.
Вас понял.
You know, that's not a terrible chance to hit, and that will kill him if it hits.
Прищучил.
That's not guaranteed. Well, not that it hit anyway. Jeez, guys. Jeez.
Ne ralentissez pas. Quelqu'un veut un petit souvenir? Mon arme est vide, je peux plus tirer! Volk says I am to obey.
That's kind of weird. Getting
I
line
go
of sight
as
there.
ordered.
Ignore him.
Let's do this! I'm going! Scanning! Bien sûr, je reste en position.
I will not waver.
Not too shabby.
Yes. Oof, I was a little worried about that dasher there for a second.
Firebrand's in position, but the evac zone's even hotter than we thought. Running out of time here, people.
Tell her to hold as long as she can. We will be there.
Sheesh.
Уже иду. С ним разобрались.
They'll say these pistols have been a big
Будет
help.
сделано.
C'est faisable. Chargé et paré. I go where you tell me. Whatever you say.
As you order.
My turn on.
I am watching. They will fight no more.
Missed! My training failed me.
Central, the sheer magnitude of the biomass converging upon this position is staggering. If our team does not evacuate now...
Trust me, Doctor. They know.
I will reposition.
Прищучил. Мертвее мертвого.
Let's move already.
Might as well pick up these few extra kills here, just for the experience.
You see that?
Accept your fate. We deny our creators.
Reçu 5 sur 5.
I guess that was enough for him.
We cannot hold this position much longer.
Outrider to Avenger, where the hell's our exit? This is as low as I can get her.
No! I do not intend to die this day. I will follow. Fox Tala 410.
Time to return home, traitor.
It was no easy task, but we managed to get the Reapers and the Skirmishers to cooperate for once. That in itself is an accomplishment.
Well, actually, we came out of this looking not too bad. Only 2 soldiers wounded for no more than 10 days each. And we pick up Outrider here.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
The Resistance factions take a more flexible approach to training than traditional soldiers. They can often learn multiple new abilities with each promotion. They will adapt to follow your choices, Commander.
So both of these are good, but remote start can be extremely dramatic if very situational. That basically lets her force a car or fuel tank to blow up for a lot of damage. And she even stays in concealment when she does it. Blood Trail's solid, and like if we end up with enough AP to get it later, we definitely will pick it up. But remote start can be the difference between, you know, a really tough firefight and an absolute slaughter. So I'm gonna grab that. Let's see, what's Dominion got for us? So there's actually kind of interesting. I've played around a little bit, so I know sort of where these skill trees end up. And there is the hardcore sniper tree up at the top that's all about getting the high ground and doing maximum damage from above. And that's good and all, but there's also the spotter tree that relies on the holo-targeter. And generally, I'm not a fan of the holo-targeter, but there are enough skills that if you combine them, can potentially make it pretty good. Like advanced weapon handling here basically gives you the snapshot ability so that you can move and still fire the sniper rifle, or if you're happen to use the Reaper vector rifles, they get +1 critical damage instead because they already have that ability. And then muffled shot. So the scout line is more about like doing things from concealment, staying in concealment, getting back into concealment. I'm not as big a fan of that, so I'm not really going to play around with those too much. I do want to try a spotter-focused build, and I think that's going to be Dominion. I'm going to do Metro as the full-on sniper, and Dominion's going to be my experiment with this spotter build. So I'm going to give her advanced weapon handling, which honestly, like that mission, we were doing so much moving around. This would have been like so much better than say leave the target, which is sort of a delay your shot and make it an overwatch, but it always triggers, and it's good, but it's occasionally difficult to use against certain enemies. Thor going back to the infirmary. So he medkit had +1 charges. I swear to God, there was only 1 charge in that medkit. Or am I just remembering that wrong? Because that was annoying. Did I maybe forget to give him a medkit, and that's why he only had 1 charge? I'm not sure, but or if that was just a bug or whatever. Anyway, So for these abilities, you can do Adrenaline Rush, which is sort of a run and gun with a damage penalty, which is useful. There's also Reposition, though it only triggers if you get a hit on a flanked or exposed target, not just for shooting. Potentially powerful, but seems too situational for me. I don't really like that very much. Then there's Fleet-Footed, which gives them Shadow Steps so they don't trigger Overwatch Reaction Fire and get a bonus to dodge. I think, honestly, Adrenaline Rush is the most out-and-out powerful because it's the most versatile and allows the medic to do something other than take shots from a distance and heal. So that's what I'm going with here. Let's see. Metro, we were going with the standard sniper route, so we're going to lead the target on him. And then Playboy, coming out of this looking pretty good with his abs of steel there. So tech specialists. Electronic surveillance I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like battle scanners, and I don't care if I get a free charge on one. I'm not really going to use it. Adaptive alloy plating is, I think, the one I'm going to take. It's 1 point of regenerating standard armor. And armor is good. Reduces damage, reduces time spent in the infirmary, increases survivability. I like it. Low profile is another ability that can be pretty powerful. Upgrades all partial cover to full cover. But the problem I have with this ability, as strong as it is I always forget about it on the soldiers that have it. So I end up putting them in full cover anyway, and end up usually putting them in worse positions in order to get that full cover, forgetting that they have low profile. So that's why I'm going to lean towards adaptive alloy plating here. Is this is just always going to work. It's always going to be on. It's always going to be there in the background. It's always going to help. So a little bit of a boring choice, but I think that's the right one.
Commander, each of our soldiers has a unique relationship with their squad mates. As they complete combat missions together, their compatibility will grow and can eventually develop into a lasting bond.
So, Metro. As a sniper working with a Reaper, so Metros are going to be our hard sniper route. We're going to stick him in a high spot with good visibility, and we're going to let him stay there for a long time. So combining him with a Reaper, who is super good at staying hidden, that can be an incredible spotter. So we're going to go ahead and definitely confirm that bond. Well, let's take a bond photo. That's nice. I dig it. And it's funny, sometimes like in cities and in towns and stuff, you'll see these pictures up on the wall. As if XCOM's been doing all sorts of propaganda campaigning. So we could do a bond between Thor and Playboy. And everybody likes Playboy. It's them abs. Maybe it's not the best arrangement, but I'll do it, yeah. Thor and Playboy, lady killers. Dig it. No toys. Got our scientists, though, and a pile of intel.
You gave the upper hand on my siblings.
But Mox got
use whatever
captured.
means necessary to gather fresh information.
Over time, we'll get a chance to maybe discover his location and launch a mission to recover him.
We should talk to our friends with the Resistance. If we deploy on a covert action, they can help us find out where our captured soldier is being held.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
Ominous. Alright, this is all
We've
still
had our
set.
suspicions, but before now, we've never had the resources to investigate
we'll
the
have a
possibility
few
of
days
clandestine
before
Advent facilities built up
We
outside
gotta
the
launch
city
another mission
centers.
because all
Now
our
that we've gotten
experienced
word of
troops
this
are either
black site,
tired or wounded.
I have to admit, I'm worried about what we might find. They could be doing anything in there.
Ooh, the bar's
This
crowded
is
today.
the voice of the Resistance, spreading the truth about what's really happening out there. Word from the front lines, XCOM has once again proven that despite what Advent would have you believe, humanity isn't going down without a fight.
Work is well underway, Commander.
Ooh, spooky cinematics.
It would be so easy. Good to see you, sister.
Miscreants, restrain yourselves, lest you be restrained.
No, the three of us, called upon together. Something has changed.
On that, we are agreed. The battlefield has shifted. Our masters have need of us once more.
Sounds to me like they're afraid.
You dare defile this place with your wretched tongue?
Oh, I dare. Our children. Each of you possess our strength. Each of you possess our wisdom. Of all our creations, you are truly blessed. Your charge was a simple one. The subjugation of those who would see our grand design falter. We have been pleased. Until now. Our greatest asset has been lost, stolen from us, while our strongest did nothing. We are disappointed.
Thought you were the strongest.
Arrogance, defiance. You have fought among the humans for too long. You have been corrupted. You can be reclaimed. Yet perhaps you may also be redeemed. Perhaps you all may be redeemed. A greater battle lies ahead. Our time on this world draws to a close. Yet we need not abandon it completely at our departure. For one among you is surely ready to claim this world as their own. One among you is worthy. Return what was lost to us. Grant all who oppose our will. To the one who succeeds our everlasting favor. To the others. You are the chosen. Do not fail us. Now go.
Commander, we've just made contact with a new faction of the Resistance known as the Reapers. They're an elusive bunch, but this is their headquarters. We can scan at this location now to start benefiting from our newfound cooperation.
So this is the commander. Dragonova spoke highly of you and the rest of your team. Trust me, that does not happen often. You are all welcome here. I will admit I had some concerns with this alliance of yours, but from what I hear, this skirmisher, Mox, was captured protecting one of my own. Reapers have long memories, Commander. We will honor our end of the deal. Volk, out.
Your tenacity could prove your undoing, Commander. If you would seek a fight with me,
So this is our first chosen, but there are two more.
truly ready to match my skills.
Alright, so what were we scanning? We were scanning this that was going to get us grenades and ammo. We still don't have the ability to expand into anywhere else, so we might as well just...
Avenger plotting
that.
new course.
We get alien biotech in 2 days, and then we can start on the technology and
Guerrilla
let us scan.
Tactics School now operational.
Also, that's up and running. So let's jump in there. And we can start training up our rookies. Try to fill in the gaps here. So far, we don't have... We have an assault infantry. We have a marine. 2 marksmen. The medic. So we don't have any psionics yet, so maybe I train one of those, but I think I want a sapper first. And so for squad size 1, we got to get somebody to the rank of sergeant first. So I believe we got a few corporals. So if at all possible, we're going to try and get them. Oh, we got a whole pile of corporals. 6, in fact. We're going to try and get a few of them with us on our next mission to hopefully rank them up. And then we'll be able to start bringing 5 guys on missions with us.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known.
A whole lot of cutscenes early
Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
So hopefully we have enough supplies to start building.
The science team has grown particularly interested in this field of research. So much so that their inspiration could lead to vast improvements in our research efficiency. However, we must act fast. Despite their brilliance, they are a fickle group.
Yeah, I'd love to get going on resistance communications, but being able to shortcut this one, since we need it anyway, we might as well go for it.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
That's only
I must
2 days,
admit,
so.
having successfully completed the operation necessary to remove the commander's implant, I am intrigued by the possibility
More
of
debris
examining
cleared,
another
and
subject
that's extra
for
supplies
comparative
too.
analysis.
And actually, we should
Since
probably
the officer in
start
question will likely have
the
expired long
infirmary
before
building.
arrival here, I may rely on a faster, more invasive approach to removing the chip this time around.
Commander, now that members of the Resistance factions have joined us on the Avenger, I thought you might want an area where you can meet, to organize and plan future operations together.
Both of these are super important. But I think the resistance ring is probably more valuable. So I'm just gonna have to wait until I get the supplies for the infirmary. That's too bad. Nope. It's stuck there. I'd like to get that up and going faster, but we also need to get moving on clearing this stuff out. Hopefully we'll get more engineers that we can help speed up some of that construction, but for now, I want to keep that moving forward. And now this is
I
complete.
take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness?
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
New objective added.
I'm keeping tabs on
This
all
gives us
our
the proving
operations,
ground, but
Commander.
we're not going
Our
to
people
be
are standing by
getting
for
to
your
that
orders.
anytime
The Advent
soon
captain
either.
seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
All right. So that rookie's still in training. We got a gas grenade and dragon rounds. So gas grenades cause poison and dragon rounds cause fire. kind of would have referred like maybe tracer rounds or talon rounds for extra 2 hit or extra crit. Gas grenades probably fine.
I am no ordinary servant of the Elders. I do not require the tactical insights you once provided these lesser beings. As you
Alright, I guess we can go for these supplies now.
I versed in battle.
Peppy. New sapper. So let's get somebody trained here. So, oh, actually, another nice little mod here is it tells you how many of which classes you have, and also in parentheses how many are available. So that's handy, and I think we'll go ahead and do a psionic real quick. Just so we've got one of each.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Chosen are a tough group to infiltrate, but we've managed to gather intel on their latest actions, and have a rough idea of how close each is to reaching their ultimate goal of locating the Avenger. Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
We'll probably want to disrupt the collateral damage if we can. Giving all Advent troopers explosives is... well, that sounds kind of nightmarish.
The factions have pledged their support to XCOM, and they're ready to carry out your orders. As our influence with these groups increases, our capabilities will grow in kind.
If you've got something new for us, Commander, my Reapers are up for taking on some additional orders.
This is a good one. Covert actions not being ambushed is really good, but so far, until we get the resistance ring built, we're not going to be doing a ton of those, whereas we are going to be excavating, and 50% off there is pretty good.
Commander, we'll need to send our own soldiers out to work with the resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the resistance while generating material support. This operation is going to require some field experience, Commander.
Do this one yet,
we'll need to send one of our vets to lead the effort.
So the two I'm thinking about are either, well, we can't locate the Templars yet either because we don't have a sergeant. So that makes finding Mox a pretty good one to try for. I don't want to use any of my experienced troops for this, so I'm just going to throw a couple of rookies at it. Do Dame and Virus.
Covert is our specialty.
That'll take some time.
Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up. Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the
Well,
word
that's a
and we'll
little
move
sooner
out.
than I would have
Our next
hoped,
operation
but
will put us right in the middle
we don't
of
have a whole
chosen
lot of choice in the matter.
Commander. There's a good chance they'll show up to interfere, so we should plan accordingly.
Actually, this isn't a bad squad. Let's see, we could... I don't want to take Playboy. He's kind of low damage. Yeah, we're probably better off with Peppy for grenades. Alright, so let's unequip our barracks and start passing out some of the good stuff. Get you that light machine gun, which is really just a cannon with a stock in terms of its stats. She's got the scatter gun, she's got a vector rifle. What attachments would we want to put on that? Let's see, we've got advanced scope, stock, and laser sight. Kind of just want to go with the advanced scope. Let's see. You can have the expanded mag assault rifle. And as for secondary weapons, so what exactly is the benefit of combat knife? A knife attack requires one action and does not end your turn. So if she were to start off next to somebody, she could potentially stab them twice. That doesn't sound like it's going to happen very often. It could be better off with the higher damage from the sword. And the traditional sword here, that's our one-of-a-kind. That seems pretty good. So we'll give her that. Do we want to use any of these fancy toys? Look at Peppy want the gas grenade. And maybe we want to put dragon rounds on Machine Gun Boy. Do extra damage and have a chance to set the target aflame. Yeah, that sounds decent to me. He's got the sawed-off shotgun as his secondary. So I think this looks like a pretty good squad. This is usually a rough mission, and there's a reason. It sounded like there was a reasonable chance that the Chosen would show up, and sometimes they do. That's pretty quick after we faced them last time, but we're gonna roll with the punches, and hopefully it'll all turn out well. All right, I'm gonna cut it here, and we'll see you back next time. Thanks. Later.